Greg Oden, perhaps the last true dominant big man drafted #1 overall in the NBA draft. He led Ohio State to a national championship game appearance in 2007 before being selected #1 overall by the Portland Trailblazers. However, before playing his first game, knee injuries caused him to miss his rookie season, and injuries would plague him his entire NBA career. Along with Brandon Roy, he is one of the biggest what-ifs. Could the Trailblazers have been a generational team? We'll never know. But today I'm walking with Greg Oden, seeing what he's up to today, talking about his career, as well as talking about the game today and this upcoming NCAA season and big men's role in current basketball. Let's take a walk.
Well, first off, I'm inspired by that, so
Yeah,
I'm happy to be on this walk with you.
I'm glad to hear that. It really doesn't surprise me how many people are just like, just inspired. I'm inspired. I got this one guy, Don, who's like fighting cancer, and he's out there walking. That guy that was heart failure. I always blank on his name. Aaron, yeah. And then we got Dan. He's another guy that's had a lot of health issues, cancers and all.
Yeah.
A lot. So, if I can help anyone, it's been terrific.
Yes, sir. You know what's funny is my uncle is a big guy, but he's like 6'4", and he was about a good 450 pounds, and he used to come and try to guard me in the post, and that was back at my strong days, and I just used to throw him around like it was nothing.
Oh, jeez.
You originally from here?
I'm from, I've lived in New Jersey, in New York, New Jersey most of my life.
Mm-hmm. So that's why you're a Mets fan.
Yep.
I got you. So you've been hurting for a while. You guys got a good one last night, though, right?
Yeah.
Was it last night? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible run.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm happy to see it.
Incredible run.
Tell Greg how you got high. He doesn't know you were working.
Oh yeah, well basically, I got discovered by Barstool. I was trying to get out to opening day in 2017.
Yes, sir.
And the New Jersey transit system failed, which it does almost every other day. I mean, New Jersey Transit, they work on every day except days that be end in Y.
That's funny. I like that.
But, yep, I've been full-time Barstool 4 years, and it's been fun. And this year's been probably the greatest year because I started doing these Frank Walk series, and it's been a lot of fun, learning and meeting a lot of great people, and I'm glad that you're coming along for this walk.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here for the walk. You know, being here in New York, it brings back a lot of memories for me. Specifically, you know, the draft and coaching a little bit. Always come here. When I was coaching with Butler, you know, the Big East tournament was here, so.
Oh, the Big East tournament, I think of all the conference tournaments, just because it's at the Garden, I think it's the best one.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's, to me, Madison Square Garden is basketball.
Yeah.
It really is just truly basketball.
Well,
Nice to
I will go against you on that one because I am from Indiana, so, you know, we bleed basketball. You're born with basketball in your hands, so. But I was born here too. I respect it. I respect Madison Square Garden, the Knicks, the Nets. You know, it's basketball's here.
Now, I heard that you're on one of the greatest AAU teams of all time.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Mike Conley, Mark Titus.
Mark. Love that that's the second name. But yes, Mark was on that team. We had Josh McRoberts. We had Daquan Cook, Curtis White, Reese Cheatham, Devin Williams. We had a really good squad, and obviously we were led by Mike Conley, so inherently we were good in that sense.
I mean, Mike Conley was a great point guard. Always great playmaker. Always made that. That's why I like the old dynamic.
Yeah.
The point guard and the big man. You don't see that too much anymore in the league. The league has changed so much with the the three-point shooters and everyone away from the ball and not under the hoop anymore. I mean, where have all the big men gone?
Well, I just think the players in general have changed. You know, you got guys who are 7 feet that can handle the ball and shoot the three. You got guys who are 6'5" that got better post game than a lot of 6'10" guys. And, you know, the game is kind of to a point where it's a little bit fast paced. You know, you're getting guards moving, you're getting bigs handling the ball. And you're also defensive wise, you want to switch 1 through 5. So I think the reason why it's not just a big and a little, because you want guys who can guard multiple positions.
Because I look at someone like Karl Anthony Towns, he wants to put up the three-pointers more than he wants to be under the hoop.
Well, threes is more than 2, so it makes sense. But I will say, you know, a lot of these guys do settle a little bit more than I would like for them to, just because I'm the old school big man, you know, back to the basket, 2 dribbles, I'm a dunk on you, stop me. But, you know, when you got those skilled guys who I say, you know, they're not a hybrid big or the new big, they're just a really good basketball player, you know, at that size.
Now, I remember the 2007 season, the Final Four. I actually won an office pool that year. Thank you.
Well, that means you voted for Florida then, so that kind of hurt. You voted against us.
Well, I actually got all 4 right, so
Oh, okay.
that
Well,
helped.
I'll take that.
I got all 4 right and I got everything right. 4 right, the championship game right, and I did pick Florida.
I was about to say, so you did pick Florida.
Yeah, but well, that was the unusual year. That was the first year of the BCS, and Florida also played Ohio State that year too.
Yes,
and
sir.
football was the first time that ever happened.
I know. We were 2-time losers, one in the football national championship, one in the basketball national championship, but I wouldn't change that year for anything. You know, all those players, just that university, the energy of that university that year was just amazing, and I'm happy to be a part of it and happy to be a part of Buckeye Nation for the rest of my life.
Yes, you went back to Ohio State recently and finished your degree.
I did. So I actually graduated with my master's in August from The Ohio State University. It's been, 17 years coming, but I got there. You know, I'm just so thankful to that university and the programs that let me get back there, and also my family for sticking with me while, you know, I took all the time I possibly can to finish all my homework to get these degrees.
Well, you had an adventure in between. You
Yes, sir.
played in Portland. You played in Miami with LeBron.
Yes, sir.
You went to China.
Yes, sir. I was a little busy, but I was blessed, to be honest with you. Basketball's taken me all over the world, but I know getting my education is something that I'm going to need for the rest of my life, and it's going to serve me well.
Now, you're the number 1 overall pick,
Yes,
just
sir.
ahead of Kevin Durant.
Yes, sir.
And now, you and Brandon Roy, to me, are the biggest what-if. If the two of you were managed to just stay healthy your whole careers, how many championships do you think you could have brought to Portland?
Well, I'm going to answer with, I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's hard to say. As you said, it was a big time what if, you know. I know we had a chance, you know, we had the building blocks to build something special. You know, as you can see, our record when we actually played, you know, was pretty decent, if I must say so myself. But, you know, it's just the injuries happen so much and so often that we never really got the chance to, you know, be exactly what we all thought we could possibly be. And, you know, never going to forget LaMarcus Aldridge in that group. It was a great team, Coach Nate McMillan. As you said, it was a big what if.
Now, you spent 1 year in Miami with LeBron on that team.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That team was freaking amazing. I love it. I was able to see some of the top tier coaching, some of the top tier players, some of the top tier people in life with that 1 year experience in Miami.
I think what people didn't realize at the time is, obviously you have LeBron, and the super team is just what a great coach Eric Spoelstra is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's one of the biggest things I took away. You know, how he was able to manage you know, those personalities, all those stars, and still get the best out of all of us. I just appreciate him and that staff and that organization for everything they've done, because we were this close to them getting that third championship in a row and me getting my first one. I would love for that to be a part of my story, but getting the chance to play for the finals was just an awesome experience and something that I'll always remember.
Now, you went to China for a year too. What was that like?
I was just trying to play. At that point, it was, you know, a couple of surgeries, and I just knew my passion was still that I wanted to get out there on the court and show what I could do. And unfortunately, it didn't last long because my body told me that, yeah, it was time to call it quits.
Now, after your career's over, what have you been working on since?
So, I've coached for Butler University for 2 seasons, and for the past 5 years, I've been working with a company called EduCore, who teach athletes and entertainers about financial literacy. We provide a FinFit, which is an audit basically of your own finances, which is basically education of your own personal finances, and just trying to motivate younger athletes, teach them to be better and make different decisions than I did.
I mean,
through my experiences, while also working with, you know, a financial professional. And it's kind of, you know, a give and take. So I appreciate doing that. I've been doing that for 5 years, and now I'm gonna jump full force in that. But, you know, as I mentioned, I got my degree, so, you know, I'm kind of looking to do other things, like possibly getting in the GM realm, behind the scenes of a sports team.
well, that'd be nice. Because, you know, I think that is important, because I think a lot of these players, they come from like no money at all, then they get the big money, and you know, anyone, it's human nature.
Well, I would say I actually would look into being a college GM as well. You know, these teams are getting NIL money, and earlier than later, you know, the colleges, you know, they need people like that to help, you know, with that money that's being sent to these athletes now.
Here it is, Madison Square Garden.
Yes, sir.
Right where you were drafted.
Yes, sir.
And, well, you know, is there anything else you'd like to add or tell anyone?
You know, just coming here, there's always a lot of great memories. You know, being with the team, being in the league at that time, getting drafted was always a special memory for me. You know, that moment changed my life. Being here in New York, I'm just thankful.
I mean, I would have loved to see you be healthy. That would, I'm sure everyone else would love to see that. But,
Well,
you know,
I appreciate that. Actually, fun fact, I never actually got a chance to play in Madison Square Garden when I was in the NBA. I was always rehabbing. But, you know, being with the team, having those experiences, being able to actually be in the city with my teammates, you know, it was awesome. And I think we got a couple of wins in here too, so I'll take that.
well, that's not good for us. That's not good for the Knicks. But,
Yes, sir.
but you know, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Frank, thank you. I'm
And,
just so happy to be able to be a part of this
Good
walk
luck with your
you, sir.
endeavors with helping these players, and I think the team would be very wise to hire you to either run the NIL or bring in the front office. You have the experience, you know, you've been around everywhere, and you can give some good advice.
Thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
So thanks for joining us,
Thank you for having me, sir.
and